Here's some more thoughts that I have that are deeper and don't really have any answers, but I just turned on the camera and started recording, pouring out feelings and thoughts, and I guess that's originally why I started making these. I guess essentially I don't know how to be friends. I mean, I can be a good friend. I'm sure friends of mine will tell you that I am a good friend and I'm a nice guy. People like me. I'm friendly. I care, but it's like there's so many unwritten rules about having friendships, or like lines not to cross, or just I don't know. It's complicated, and I don't understand it. And then it's even harder when you make new friends. Like if you've been friends with someone since childhood, then that's going to be different than making new friends. I don't know how to go about being friends, because I have in the past crossed lines. They weren't bad things, it was just, I don't know, weird for them. It wasn't weird for me, but that's because I just didn't understand, and I still don't understand. And that's just, and that's like having friends with guys. What about girls? That's when things get even more complicated. Not because either of us make it that way, just because that's just humanity, and that's society, and probably biochemistry too. I don't know. I'm really old-fashioned. I like old things. Not like really old things, but like I like music. My favorite movies are from the 80s or 90s. My favorite music is probably from the 80s, or if not, then I definitely like a lot of music from the 80s and 70s. Also, I think old-fashionedly, because society changes, but I don't change with it. I don't. And I'm proud of that, but it's weird for me. And I don't conform. I mean, yay for non-conformity, but I don't know. And other things like, I don't know, I'd rather play good old classic board games than video games. I like old cars better than new cars. Cars from like 20 years ago, those were great, they were fine. But I find modern cars, I've driven modern cars, and they're just so stupid and automatic, and there's a lot of button pushing and electricals. I don't like that. Times change, and I'm not changing with them. And I'm only 23. Imagine how I'm gonna be when I'm twice my age. I do want to do a tour of Canada, but besides that, I don't know if I'll ever travel again or move away. But if I do, I will definitely need to plan better, and I won't be able to go alone. I don't think I should have come here alone to Scotland, but I did, and I definitely should have planned this trip better as well. But I guess that's life. You live and learn and make mistakes. Everything about me is a contradiction. Like I asked last time, what is life? But more importantly, what's the purpose of my life personally, and more specifically now, as I'm traveling and doing, well, I don't really have any plans, just travel and work and travel, but what's the purpose of it? And then when I get back, I don't know what I'm going to do, and what's the point of some of those things? I don't know. Unfortunately, life doesn't have like a map or a manual. I make a lot of mistakes in life and regrets. I have regrets, but the one thing that made college 4 years ago worth it was the fact that I was able to make lasting relationships with a few guys. I didn't really, I learned a little bit from one of the teachers, taking one of the Bible classes, but mostly it was just a waste of time and money. But like I said, I think it was just worth it. I don't regret it. Same with this trip to Scotland. There's so many reasons why this trip wasn't worth it, and why it was a terrible, terrible idea. But in the end, I do believe that this trip was worth it in the long run, in the things that matter. I think this trip was worth it, or will be worth it by the time I get back home.
Well, the good news is I can connect with people and make friends and like them, and they like me. It is possible. The bad news is it's rare. But the good news is I even made friends here. Was able to connect with people here in Scotland. I know I'm as surprised as you are. The bad news is it won't last, because I don't even know how long I'll be in the city, and I know I won't even be in the UK for any more than a year, because that's when my visa's gone. So I know it's kind of depressing, because I'm gonna miss some of you. Just like ended up missing my close group of college friends. I remember reading online this thing that was like, learn to enjoy spending time with yourself, and like that, and then you'll be able to appreciate hanging out with other people more. I understand what that means, but I'm sick of hanging out with myself. I'm sick of doing things alone, because I do that all the time, and I've done that so much all throughout high school and after high school, and now I'm sick of me, and I'm sick of just hanging out by myself, because it's like, what's the point of doing anything on your own? It's boring. You don't have anyone to chat with, and once it's all over, you're not able to bring it up as, oh, remember that time that we went and did the thing? Wasn't that great?
Well, that's enough depressing thoughts. I will leave you with a positive note. Here's a joke. So, this man decided to build a house, and he decided it would be a brick house. So he built the brick house, and when he was finished, he had 5 bricks left over. So, but then he was called away on business, elsewhere in the country. So when he got on the plane, he sat down, and across the aisle, he noticed that some guy had brought his dog on with him, and so the stewardess came and was like, "Excuse me, you can't have this dog here. There's no dogs allowed on the plane." So she opened the window and threw the dog out. And then a few minutes later, he noticed that the guy behind him had lit up a cigar. And the stewardess came running. She's like, "You can't smoke on this plane." And so she opened the window and threw the cigar out. And so, okay, that happened. And then the guy happened to glance out the window, and what did he see? No. He saw 5 bricks.